Welcome to the Pre-Vegans Podcast, the show that helps you explore and embrace a plant-based lifestyle, one step at a time. On today's episode, we're diving into the Fruitarian Diet. What is it? Who does it work for? And is it sustainable? Plus, we've got a special vegan origin story from the one and only Dr. Angie Sadeghi, a powerhouse in the plant-based health movement. But first, let's check in with your host, Sean A. Russell.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Pre-Vegans Podcast, the show designed to help you whether you're just starting your vegan journey or you're a seasoned vegan looking for better ways to talk to friends and family about plant-based living. Going vegan isn't just about changing your diet, it's about education, communication, and support. That's exactly why this podcast exists. Now, let's dive into our mailbag. Today's question comes from Ava in Dublin, Ireland, who asks,
what's the best vegan alternative for eggs in baking?
Great question, Ava. Vegan baking is easier than ever, and it all depends on what you're making. Here are a few options. Flaxseed or chia egg. Mix 1 tablespoon of ground flax and chia seeds with 3 tablespoons of water. Let it sit for 5 minutes and it turns into a gel, perfect for cookies, muffins, and pancakes. Applesauce or mashed banana. About 1/4 cup replaces 1 egg and adds natural sweetness, ideal for cakes and brownies. Silken tofu. Blend 1/4 cup of silken tofu for a dense, moist texture, great for cheesecakes and custards. Commercial egg replacers. Brands like Just Egg and Bob's Red Mill work well depending on what you're making. Experiment and see what works for you for your recipe. Thanks for the question, Ava. Keep them coming. Up next, we have our segment about the Fruitarian Diet. Everything you need to know from the pros to the cons and everything in between. Check it out.
As you explore veganism, you may come across different plant-based diets, including the Fruitarian Diet. Some see it as the ultimate natural way to eat, while others question whether it provides enough nutrients for a balanced lifestyle. So, what exactly is a Fruitarian diet? Is it healthy? And what should you know before trying it? Let's break it all down for pre-vegans looking to expand their plant-based knowledge. What is a Fruitarian diet? A fruitarian is someone who follows a diet made up primarily, or entirely, of fruit. While some fruitarians eat nuts and seeds, many stick to a diet of fresh, raw fruits, with little to no cooked or processed foods. The idea behind this diet is that fruit is nature's perfect food, requiring no cooking and providing hydration, fiber, and essential vitamins. There are different approaches to fruitarianism, including strict fruitarianism, eating only fruit, avoiding nuts, seeds, and vegetables. 80-10-10 diet, a high-carb, low-fat, raw vegan diet that includes greens, nuts, and seeds in small amounts. Raw till 4, eating raw fruits and vegetables during the day and a cooked plant-based meal in the evening. Some famous fruitarians include Steve Jobs, who experimented with an all-fruit diet, and Dr. Douglas Graham, author of the 80-10-10 diet. Is a fruitarian diet healthy? A diet based on whole, unprocessed plant foods has many benefits, but a strict fruitarian diet does come with some nutritional challenges. Let's explore the pros and cons. Health benefits of a fruitarian diet. 1. High in antioxidants and vitamins. Fruits are loaded with vitamins A, C, and E, which help protect your body from free radicals and inflammation. These vitamins support skin health, immunity, and heart function. 2. Hydrating and refreshing. Many fruits such as watermelon, oranges, and grapes have a high water content, helping keep you hydrated throughout the day. 3. Rich in fiber for digestion. Fruit is packed with fiber, which supports gut health and regular digestion. A high-fiber diet can help reduce bloating, constipation, and even lower cholesterol. 4. Supports natural detoxification. Because fruit is easy to digest and rich in phytonutrients, Some people feel more energized and lighter on a fruitarian diet. 5. Low in processed foods. If done correctly, a fruitarian diet eliminates processed junk foods, artificial additives, and refined sugar, which can benefit overall health. Potential challenges and what to watch out for risk of nutrient deficiencies. A strict fruitarian diet lacks essential nutrients like protein, iron, B12, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids, which are crucial for muscle health, brain function, and overall well-being. Some fruitarians include avocados, nuts, and seeds to help with this, but it's still important to monitor nutrient intake. Blood sugar. Spikes. Fruits are naturally high in fructose, which can lead to blood sugar fluctuations, especially for those with insulin resistance or diabetes. Balancing fruit intake with fiber-rich greens and healthy fats can help stabilize blood sugar. Not sustainable for everyone. Many people struggle to meet their calorie needs on a fruitarian diet, leading to fatigue, muscle loss, and nutritional imbalances. A more balanced raw vegan or whole foods plant-based diet may be easier to maintain. Dental health concerns. The high natural sugar content in fruit, combined with acidity, like from citrus fruits, can erode tooth enamel over time. Rinsing with water after eating fruit and practicing good oral hygiene can help prevent dental issues. What to consider before trying a fruitarian diet. If you're interested in experimenting with fruitarianism, here are a few key things to keep in mind. Start gradually. Transitioning slowly can help your body adjust to higher fruit intake while preventing digestive discomfort. Include variety. Mix different fruits, berries, tropical fruits, citrus, melons, with some greens, nuts, and seeds for better balance. Watch for nutrient gaps. Consider supplementing with B12, omega-3s, and iron, or incorporating small amounts of legumes and vegetables. Listen to your body. If you feel low energy, extreme hunger, or muscle loss, adjust your diet accordingly. Find what works for you. You don't have to go 100% fruitarian to enjoy the benefits of more fruit in your diet. Many vegans include a high amount of raw fruits while still eating cooked meals for balance. Final thoughts. Is fruitarianism for you? A fruitarian diet can be an exciting way to explore whole, plant-based foods, but it's not necessarily the best long-term option for everyone. While fruit is an essential part of a healthy vegan lifestyle, a more balanced whole foods plant-based diet that includes legumes, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds may provide a more sustainable and nutritionally complete approach. For pre-vegans, the key takeaway is that eating more fresh, whole fruit is always a great idea. But for optimal health, consider a well-rounded plant-based diet that fuels your body with all essential nutrients. Have you ever tried a fruitarian meal plan? Let us know your thoughts in the comments or join the discussion at vegansexplore.com.
Okay, so who's ready to go full fruit mode after that segment? In all seriousness, the fruitarian diet is fascinating, and while it might not be for everyone, it definitely gets people thinking about the power of raw whole foods. Now let's shift gears because I'm so excited to introduce today's featured guest, Dr. Angie Sadeghi. Dr. Angie Sadeghi is a board-certified gastroenterologist, a fierce advocate for plant-based health, and someone who has helped thousands heal through diet and lifestyle changes. She's living proof that what we eat has a massive impact on our gut, our energy, and our overall well-being. Let's hear her vegan origin story and how she made the transition.
So, Sean, I've always been such an animal lover. I mean, as a doctor, as a nurse, Abba would tell you the same thing. We tend to be very compassionate people. We tend to want to save lives, right? No one in the medical field really wants to. Most people, I would say, wouldn't want to go kill things and harm things. We have this almost like obsession with saving lives and helping people and just saving the world. And I would say that most doctors are along, and nurses think along those lines, where we're just help. And if you ask me, why do you want to go in the medical field 15, 20 years ago? Actually, I knew I was going to be a doctor when I was 9 years old. It'd be to help other people and to help take suffering away. So about 15 years ago, I was sitting with my friend who was a vegan, and I was having a meal with her. Her name is Sarah. She was a resident at University of Southern California, where I was getting trained for my internal medicine training. And I asked her why she wasn't eating meat, and she told me that she was a vegan. I asked her with surprise, well, why are you a vegan? And she said, well, because I love animals and I couldn't torture animals. And at that moment, I made a little bit of a connection in my brain so I thought, wow, I have this little furry little dog at home. And it was like, she was like my baby. I couldn't imagine anybody harming her or hurting her, or I can't imagine killing her to eat her. So then I thought, okay, well, what's the difference between a dog and a cat and a cow, or a sheep, or a goat, a lamb? And, I started making these connections right away. And it's because of this love I had for my pets. So at that moment, I realized that what I was doing didn't make sense. I mean, I was being a complete hypocrite, paying someone to slaughter a sentient being who has feelings, who has pain, who feels suffering. And I was inflicting pain upon these sentient beings. And I realized that I just couldn't do that anymore. So I went vegetarian. This is about 15 years ago, but the connection between the dairy industry and suffering and pain upon animals did not click until I learned through listening to podcasts like yourself and talk to other people. And so this is why these podcasts are so important, because everybody tells their story and people start making connections. So I learned about the cruelties of the dairy industry. I realized that they're 10 times worse than the meat industry in what they do. Yeah. So at that moment, I decided in 2014 that I wasn't going to consume any dairy at all. Coincidentally, I was trying to get into shape. I had some illnesses, and the good karma came my way because of my being a good person and not wanting to inflict harm on animals. I ended up getting so many different benefits by going plant-based. I also watched Forks Over Knives. I started really educating myself, and I realized that even though I was a physician, I had no idea. I had not made the connection between food and medicine, like food being medicine. I had not made the connection between how food can be healing to the body. So then I made that connection, and I decided to incorporate all kinds of plant-based nutritional factors into reversing disease. So again, coincidentally, I realized that about a week after going plant-based, I realized there are so many benefits that I was experiencing. Number one, I had debilitating eczema. I had pustular lesions all over my body. I looked like I had chicken pox. My eczema was as severe as it can get. It was like one step. Have you seen patients with psoriasis with plaques all over their bodies? Well, I wasn't far from that. It's like almost like a spectrum. I looked horrible, but I didn't even care about the fact that I looked horrible. I couldn't sleep every night because I was itching all night in pain. So I was taking Benadryl and Atarax, and if you ask Alba would know Atarax like knocks you out. And I couldn't function very well because I was taking these antihistamine medicines, and I was putting tons and tons of corticosteroids on my skin. Not even one single dermatologist I had seen had ever told me that you may be allergic to dairy, because most people are. We're not cows. Why are we consuming a cow's milk? It turns out that the casein and the whey in dairy reactions where people are allergic to it. Now, I didn't have lactose intolerance, so I didn't have the massive diarrhea, bloating, constipation, and GI problems, but I ended up being allergic to it, and I had sinus problems from it. I couldn't breathe, blah, blah, blah. I can go on and on. But anyway, within like 5 or 7 days, I had zero eczema. I mean, you can look at my whole body now, zero eczema. It all went away, disappeared. I've been able to sleep well at night, and my sinuses got better. My cholesterol went down. I had some depression that went away. And the most exciting one of all is if you go back, I got so excited about this. I used to post a ton of my workout pictures because literally within several months, you guys, my waistline shrank. I was gaining muscle, losing fat, and I looked so good suddenly. I was like looking in the mirror at the gym. I was like, whoa, who's that? People thought I was a fitness model, which was awesome. I was this doctor at a fellowship, nerdy. I had some fluff on me, and then suddenly my body like shrunk, where I was like muscular and shredded, and people would come up to me at the gym for fitness advice as if I was a fitness trainer. It was so good. So anyway, for those of you who are listening, if you have any health problems, I would highly suggest that you consider this whole food plant-based diet. And I know a lot of people are having problems with weight management. I can assure you that if you truly eat whole food plant-based, you will never gain weight, and you will start losing weight, and you'll start shaping your body as you have always dreamed.
Wow, huge thank you to Dr. Angie Sadeghi for sharing her story with us. She's doing some incredible work, and if you want to know more, definitely check her out online. Now, before we wrap up, I want to invite you to visit prevegans.com, where you'll find more resources, our 111-day pre-vegan challenge, and ways to get involved. And don't forget, when you answer today's question of the day, you'll be entered into our Vegans Explore live drawing. And our question for the day: what's your favorite egg-free baking alternative and why? Drop your answers at vegansexplore.com or email us at contact@vegansexplore.com, and we look forward to hearing from you. So, as always, until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and stay compassionate. See you soon.
You're listening to the Pre-Vegans podcast, found on the Vegans Explore network. For more episodes and to learn how to participate in the Pre-Vegans Challenge, be sure to visit prevegans.com. Today's episode was edited and produced by Sean A. Russell.